by.
Alright. Nag-post ka kasi sa may WhatsApp natin. So, okay naman yung
The price of gold now is 63. No, the price of gold is 63. My gosh.
Oo nga, pumalo nga na balitaan ko rin eh.
Everybody's on panic right now, especially Biden won the presidency.
Yes, oo. Panalo, declare na nga si Biden.
So, I was right. The prediction 2019, the gold turned to 2,000. Now it's coming. It's coming.
Yes. Mukhang papalo pa talaga eh, no?
I've been reading for ages about the movement of gold. It's really amazing. So the owner of the gold is just laughing. We have the gold. Show us the money.
Exactly. Talagang sila, kumbaga, they're not affecting. But sila ngayon ang kumbaga, king of the gold din sa may bansa mo.
Exactly. There's a saying that he who has the gold makes the rules. The government is making the rules. So the buyer has to follow the rules.
Ganun na nga mangyayari niyan.
Yes. By November 17, I have a meeting here in Brisbane. Another buyer that he traveled to Africa and he encountered a lot of issues, so he wanted to see me. Yeah.
Okay. So na-monitor niyo na rin yung mga videos mo sa YouTube and Facebook.
I think my video is really very popular.
Oo nga, mukhang ang dami na rin nagsasubscribe sa YouTube mo.
I think my subscriber is
sa YouTube niyan.
My subscriber is 1.62.
Ang dami nun.
Dami, yes. Ang dami. They're all just, sticky bit. They will come. There's a saying in real estate, the rain will come.
So you earn a lot of money from Facebook already, Miss Ford?
No, I don't. I didn't earn. No, but YouTube doesn't pay me. No.
I see, hindi ka pala na-contact ni YouTube. Pag ganyan,
No.
100,000 lang na subscriber eh. Kung na-contact ka na kagad ni YouTube pag ganyan.
No, I wasn't, but it's okay. I'm not really keen. It's okay.
Okay. Not-intended ka naman talaga sa YouTube eh. Para ka lang naman talaga makatulong sa mga prospect buyer eh.
Oh, I'm just helping the buyer to educate. By 2021, I would clean the tricks of the international buyer. I'm cleaning right now.
Kailan mo ba sinimulan yan, Miss Ford?
By January. I'm not going to entertain any chain of brokers anymore. I'm not. If the broker send me cut and paste, thank you very much. I'm not interested.
I see.
Yes, because I already put. Yeah, go ahead. What did you say,
Yes,
Vic?
Miss Ford.
Go ahead.
How about me? In fact, hindi pa kami nagkakaayon ng aking mga client.
Well, it's okay. You are my kababayan. You are given a special priority.
Yun.
You are my kababayan, so it's all right. There's always exceptions to the rules.
Yes. So, isa ako sa number 1 fan mo eh. Tsaparahin mo lang ako, Miss Ford.
Oh, it's okay. You're just learning from the University of Hard Knocks.
See?
I am your professor at the same time. Yeah. That's life. I'm very kind and generous when it comes to information. I'm an information center at the same time.
Yeah, so, Miss Ford, actually, nung ginagawa mo, pwede ka na mag-podcast o something webinar eh.
I'm planning to that, but I have an obligation to help African seller because when I was in Africa, I promise. When I promise, I deliver. Yeah. I
Nag-deliver
promise.
ka na naman, di ba? For how many times na, Miss Ford, right?
Sorry.
Nag-deliver ka naman for how many times na?
Mga 3
Tama
times
po ba?
na. In fact, November 18, I have a buyer arriving in Sierra Leone, buying diamond. Yeah.
I see. Sierra Leone naman.
Yeah. Kasi I know how to distribute buyers to my different sellers. Yeah. So
Okay.
don't you know that I'm live at the moment? You're talking to Tagalog. I'm answering your English.
I see.
You're talking to me in Tagalog, but I'm answering you in English. Yeah.
That's why I've told you before, Miss Ford.
It's okay. It's all right in a way. So at least people learn, understand that this is really real business. Yeah.
I see. So,
Tagalogin mo na lang kahit na binisayain mo pa. I'll answer in English. Ay?
Yung mo ngayon sa FB Live mo.
I have on my Facebook I have 7,000 viewers a day.
I see, dami niyan ha.
7,000 a day. Yeah. I went out because my laptop is not really working. So I went to the computer repair. You know, I'm illiterate when it comes to computers, so I have a computer technician. So he did repair my laptop. So now I'm online. The time here is 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I see.
In Manila, what
So,
time
may
is it
mga
in Manila?
foreign tension ka.
What time is it in Manila?
Right now is 1:58. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So I would be live again tonight around 8 o'clock in the evening because everybody's still asleep. I was just watching the election result. Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm happy for Biden. I'm very.
So what is your topic right now, Miss Ford? Is it the election or
No, my
gold
topic
and
is
diamonds?
the price of gold today. Mhm.
I see.
And when I was talking to you, we are interacting. You talk Tagalog, I answer you in English.
Sabi nga raw nila, well, you're talking English, or you're talking Tagalog.
Yeah, you can talk Tagalog even kahit na Bisayo ang pagpamay mo. Wa ko'y problema.
Oo, bis na ako magkumusultag Bisaya. So, naapod ka mga taga-Pilipinas na kapaminaw ka katanaw sa mga Miss Ford.
Ay, oo, daghan. There's a lot of Filipinos around the world. It's amazing. My buyer is really global customer. I'm just only to receive the order, Vic. I'm just only to receive the order, and I interview the buyer. Then I would know which seller I'm going to put the buyer. That is my job.
I see.
My job is to educate. My job is to inform the world that we are here to do business, and we have the gold, we have rough diamond. But how are you able to pay? That is the biggest question. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Actually, yun naman talaga titignan niya, Miss Ford. In fact naman, nung F.C.O. mo naman,
Very clear.
very much appealing naman yan sa mga buyer eh. Same like me.
My full corporate offer is really very clear. Impossible you would not
Yes,
learn.
very clear.
Impossible.
It's very clear.
Yeah.
Ultimong grade 1 nga, maintindihan ng F.C.O. mo eh. Step by step and very clear talaga. So,
Oh, yeah. In fact,
some of the buyers internationally overseas talagang magkakaroon ng appeal sa video mo and FB Live.
in fact, there was one Filipino from California. His name is Percival. And Percival was saying, my gosh, kababayan, ang galing mo talaga. Lako, bakit? Naku, takot yung mga brokers sa'yo. Sabi ko, bakit sila takot sa akin? Kasi daw, butangira ka raw.
Yes, yun lang naman ang mga broker na takot. Maybe may mga tinatago na ika nga, 1 to 3 words nga lang, alam mo na kagad na may mga tinatago na mali, na gusto kagad nila into commission.
That's correct. That's right.
Hindi naman talaga ganun.
In fact, I always tell them, on my video, please read it first. Don't trust. Take time. Do not come to Alamina if you don't understand. And do not come to Alamina for conference if you don't have the cash. Because what's the point of talking to Alamina? Everything is already online. What's the point? Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. Talagang online na talaga tayo ngayon. Even here nga din sa may Pilipinas, sa Bisport, kung alam lang natin maski nga bumili ka nga ng suka dito, kaya ng online kasi meron up dito na from Globe Communications sa GCash.
Oh yeah.
5 pesos, kaya na lang i-release.
Oh yeah. Even the reason why, Vic, I put this online because really I want to educate people. That why you have been losing money because you are crooked. Your mentality is crooked. Your mentality is how much is my profit. You will get the profit when you have the capital. If you don't have a capital, it's really very complicated. Very.
Yes.
Yeah.
And besides, some of the brokers na mga napapansin ko talaga in this kind of industry. So, meron silang tinatago na pag na-vulgar, ang mangyayari, babaliktarin nila nung, let's say, the contacted person, na sila nagiging parang spammer and scammer. Ganun ang nangyayari.
Exactly. There's a lot of chain of brokers, especially from Europe. They have a sophisticated LOI, and their LOI is not really convincing enough. And I told this one buyer's mandate from Europe, really, did you go to school? I said, why? You are very insulting. No, it's true. Did you really go to school? Because when you are in university, you have an assignment, right? You have to do the essay or essay, but you have to put everything. I think you didn't go to school. To me, I went to school.
Talaga?
Direct to the point. Sabi niya, okay, I will read it again. So do not come back if your bio is not real. But a waste of time.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Talaga. Pag mga ganyan sa tingin ko, out of knowing of the buyer yan. Same like me, ako, that like, to the point ako sa may buyer pag pinag-uusapan namin ng mga ganyan. So, talagang nag-uusap kami, ano ba na magiging content natin dito? So, direct to the point tayo.
I think most of the buyer's agent are scared, to be honest with you. Whoever who listened to our conversation, those broker that they are not certain that their buyer is real, they're really scared to be circumvent, to be honest with you. So I always educate the buyers. Okay, we are now on the global village. I know you come to my online store. You learn it and digest it, and then you educate your buyer. Then your buyer is paying you. I always address it to the buyer. Mr. Buyer, don't be crook as well. You're lazy, so you ask the person to outsource gold and diamond, and they come to me because I'm the only person who show my face. There's no such person showing their faces except this beautiful lady that in Australia, but she was born in the Philippines. You know, she's a very brutal lady. You know that.
Yes. I agree with that, Miss Ford. So, napakasimple lang naman If the mandate of buyer na broker na hindi niya alam proseso, hindi dapat na i-mandate ng broker, ng buyer, sorry.
Exactly. So, they're scared. They're scared how much is my commission.
How can you deal with a brilliant type of person like you if he or she doesn't know how to communicate in terms of this kind of industry, right?
Exactly. And you want to earn forever? I said, no. No one is giving you for continuous. No. I will pay you as a spottis fee. I told this buyer's mandate last night. I will pay you by a spottis fee, but you have to bring the buyer on conference with me, and I will interview the buyer whether your buyer is real. But if your buyer is not real, what a waste of time. You read first the full corporate offer. It's very clear and simple. Yeah.
Yes.
And then they're really amazing broker. I don't know why. I called them when I was in Ghana. One of my sellers was telling me these foreigners are gold prostitutes. I said, why? They're prostituting themselves in Accra shopping center.
Talaga. talaga.
Just like a prostitute.
Kasi before, napapasin ko dyan, kung ang buyer kung ang broker hindi niya kayang kausapin ng kanyang buyer how come the buyer can talk to you, Miss Ford?
I don't know.
Diba?
Because, I don't know because this, yeah, go ahead.
How can the buyer can talk to you kung hindi alam ng buyer nung full contract of F.C.O mo.
This is
Kasi
what
nag-explain yan for the first place is the broker, right?
this is the problem with the elementary broker, okay? Because we are now on Facebook. Facebook is 6.6 billion followers, right?
Yes.
And Facebook is an advertising site. We advertise that we have the products for sale, right? Like I purchased blood pressure through Facebook. I have 3 blood pressure, and I purchased this language translator through Facebook, and it delivered into my doorstep. So we are now on the global communication. I was the one who did this 2011, because here in Australia, when you sell funeral arrangement, you sell anything, it's already online. So we are advanced. So I start to educate this seller and international buyer, because they said, I don't believe on internet. Well, you found me. Why you don't believe it? You already found me. So their mentality is really, it's crooked. So I don't know. Well, I told them, good luck, guys. Good luck. I wish you good luck. We are here to do business. We don't do business, monkey business. Yeah. My seller is not fly-by-night. And the buyers are fly-by-night buyers. So your connection, Vic. You know, Vic, most of the buyers are fly-by-night buyers. Fly-by-night. They think that they can get the profit instantly. You will not get profit if you don't have a capital. I can guarantee you that.
Yes. Kung ganyan ang magiging mentality ng buyer, kung dadaan at papasok sa iyo, Miss Ford, hindi talaga makakapasa yan.
Hindi talaga makapasa
sa
akin.
And also, yes, and also the broker. So, sabi nga natin, even before, diba, 2 to 3 words palang alam na kagad natin na may tinatago at may hindi natin nilalatag ng mga cards So, how come na makakapasa sa'yo ng mga ganyan? Kasi on video ka na, nandiyan na lahat tinuro mo na lahat At,
what did you learn?
Meron ka pa rin katago.
What did you learn out of my video? Because I'm sure you've been watching different video. What did you learn out of that when you search on YouTube?
No. To me is the F.C.O, the right process, and then the legitimacy of the process for me. So, in terms of in this kind of industry kasi, pag pumasok ko sa may bansa na yan, so may mga kanya-kanyang policy yan, ruling. So, for me, from your video, and yet you're trying to buy minerals and metals from that country, so, syempre, alamin mo ng proseso. Okay, pag nalaman na ng proseso, makikita natin ng proseso, okay, good, this is legit. So, next, sino ba nung nag-handle ng proseso na to? Sino ba nung gumawa ng proseso na to para mag-meet ang seller and buyer and both parties were good in terms of this industry? So, hanapin ko na naman ng tao na yon. And yet, nakita kita. Ikaw nung gumawa ng F.C.O na yon. Okay, Miss Ford?
No,
and yet, meron ko mga proven
No, the F.C.O is coming from the seller. What I have done, I expand it. Okay? The seller will give you the F.C.O very, very vague. It's not really direct to the point. So what I have done, I put online, I expand it just like an elementary. It is impossible if you cannot understand. It is impossible.
Yes. Yes, even me, step by step is very much clear. It's for
Yeah. So my seller was telling, in fact, my seller was asking the company driver staff, what is Walamina's background? Is she really an investigator? And Paul said, Madam, my boss was asking, what is your background? I said, well, you look at on my background. You can see it on my Facebook. I told my boss many years ago, I used to be an interpreter in court. I used to work as a Filipino welfare officer here in Brisbane. That was 2009, 1998. I was working here in Brisbane. So, Filipino can speak English, but their accent, and Australian cannot understand the accent. So I'm their interpreter in court. And there was a Filipino to Filipina, and I have a very good case that Filipino and Filipina fighting each other. There was an affair to remember, and the Filipina is not really pure Filipina. Is no longer a virgin, but this Filipina wanted to trap the gentleman because this gentleman was single, and I won the case. It took us 12 months to fight in court. I was their interpreter. I was the interpreter of a gentleman. Yeah.
I see.
And he won the case. Yeah. Yeah.
The gentleman is Aussie.
No, the gentleman is a Filipino.
Filipino.
And the lady is a Filipina as well. Yeah.
I see. And then the case is from Brisbane.
Yes. And the Filipina sued the gentleman that she was been raped, but actually it wasn't. Rape. Yeah. It wasn't because she's no longer pure lady because she ran away from her husband. So the gentleman won the case. Yeah.
Okay. So ikaw ang interpreter ng Miss Ford?
Ako ang interpreter ng lalaki. Yeah.
Talaga. And then nanalo ng lalaki sa...
Nanalo yung lalaki. Yeah.
So that is one of the part of your background, Miss Ford.
Well, I was a social. I finished Bachelor of Science in Social Work in the Philippine Christian University, so I know the rules and legality of a person. There was no such force. There was an affair to remember by friendly. When a gentleman and a lady, there's always a friction. Yes. There is a love. There's always a chemistry. But when the man doesn't like a woman, then the woman say, "Oh, I was being harassed." No, it wasn't. No, she was married before, so no longer pure lady. Yeah.
Talaga.
Yeah. And the lawyer. Yeah. Go ahead.
Kaya pala ganun ka magsalita, Miss Ford. So, medyo sanay ka na talaga in terms of, alam mo naman natin yan, yung mga termino dito sa atin pa sa Bisaya, mga paligoy-ligoy ba?
Wala nang paligoy-ligoy, pre. Sabi nga ng abogado ng...
That's why, how come na makakapasok sa iyo ang mga broker na magaling magpaligoy-ligoy? Alam mo yan, marami mga broker na magaling magpaligoy-ligoy.
Walang paligoy-ligoy. No. Walang paligoy-ligoy. Immediately, I'm gonna tell the buyer's man that please don't bullshitting with me. Will you?
Totoo.
Yeah.
Kaya alam mo kagad eh. Kasi sanay ka na sa sanay ka na pala sa court eh. Alam mo na ng mga paligoy-ligoy.
You must remember when I was working in Vanuatu, I put my employer to jail. Yeah.
I see.
I was working in Vanuatu 1984. Yeah.
I see. Nag-work ka na rin pala dyan?
Oh, I traveled many places, yeah. I always
Vanuatu is African country, right?
No, sa Vanuatu, South Pacific. Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
I
Okay.
always tell everyone, please don't step on my shoes. Don't step on my shoes because I know my rights. I know my principle in life. Never step on my shoes because believe me, I will fight you. Yeah. So that is how it works.
Kailangan nga talaga dyan, Miss Ford. Alam mo, darating talagang time na talagang yung video ko na yan. Even though the richest man dito sa may mundo na to na into gold industry, ikaw talaga nga hanapin ka.
Hanapin talaga ako. They will really look for me. Why? Because I'm the only person who guide the buyer. I'm the only one.
Yes.
I'm gonna guide the buyer step by step, and I will accompany the buyer.
Yes,
because
standard form of approach,
yeah, because the African seller, sometimes they're scared with foreigner. They are. They think about, oh, these white people, they might cheated me, and these white people, oh, this colored man, he might cheated me. So they have a mentality of hesitation. So when I'm on the ground, they will remove their hesitation because I'm going to arrive the day before the buyer arrive, and I will meet them in the airport together with the company driver. Yes. So
Yeah,
my
so magandang
yeah, go ahead.
from there, magandang plano rin nung ganun talaga. Advance
Yes.
party with the mandate of the seller para talagang maging maayos and smooth ang transaction between the seller and the buyer.
Oh,
Mali
yeah.
mo mag-advance party ka doon.
That is why I'm charging my extra service. I am. If you don't want to pay, and if there is an issue on the ground, please don't come back to Wilhelmina, because I already informed the buyer that if I'm not around, if there is an issue, I'm too far to solve your issue. But if I am on the ground, immediately I could sort it out. But most of the buyer, they want to screw me. I was being screwed. I was being screwed by the buyer. Yeah. From Mexico. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Recently, I was being screwed by the buyer. And I told them,
Ikaw, sa paano paraan, Miss Ford?
okay, the buyer, I took the buyer on the ground. He was excited.
And then?
I'm not going to mention the name of the buyer because I don't want him to be embarrassed. He's an Australian gentleman. Yeah. So he came with me, right? And when he saw my seller and the product, first they were excited. After a few days, they don't want to talk to me, and they do behind my back. Oh yeah. So, oh, where are you guys? Oh, we went out, and etc. etc. So I asked my seller, what the hell are you doing? And I told the seller, I brought the buyer in order to guide the buyer. So what's going on? So then the seller tell me, well, madam, the buyer has no money. So the buyer doesn't want to tell me that he doesn't have the money. And I told the buyer, before we leave, be honest to yourself. I am here to assist you and I am here to help you. So they don't want to see me. They don't want to talk to me. Well, he failed. He failed.
So anong ginawa niya doon, Miss Ford?
Because he wanted to go direct and he think that I'm going to get the commission. No, the seller is paying me. I only charge them my extra service, my airfare, but he lose it. So he failed. Yeah.
I see.
So there's so many buyers, a tricky buyer. So many.
So ngayon, ano nang battle plan mo sa mga ganyang buyer? Dapat
Well, I'm
ba
gonna
meron
expose
siyang
it.
proof of funds na certification from their banks?
That's correct. This is the three things, Vic, you're gonna learn from University of Hard Knock from Wilhelmina. You read the full corporate offer, right? Review it properly.
Yes,
When you are ready, you send a formal letter of intent to purchase. Right?
Exactly.
I need your business registration, the most important. Importation license, your passport copy, and proof of fund. The reason why we want to know who you are, whether you are capable. Because there's no point to invite you to travel if you don't have the money.
Yes.
There's no way.
Kung sakalang magkapalpakan doon.
Oh yeah. So on your letter of intent, on your company letterhead, you need to specify how many quantity you're looking for. What are you intend to use? Are you going to make into jewelry or you're going to refine it into different uses? What carat you're looking for? Because you're buying Dore bar, this is not gold bullion. So you have to refine it to your refinery of destination to refine it into gold bullion. So it is your responsibility. Our responsibility is to sell it to you unrefined. So there is a differentiation, refined and unrefined. Most of the buyers, they don't understand what is the meaning of refined and unrefined. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So you got my point now? Now let's talk about Philippines. You buy gold from us, you bring it to the central bank. The central bank will refine it. So you are going to resell it to central bank of your country. So you are buying Dore bar from us. That's why we give you a little bit of discount so that when you resell it to your customer, you get the profit. Yeah.
Yes, yes, we understand of that.
Yeah. You know, central bank, you buy gold in central bank, lucky you get the 1.5%. How much the central bank uh, sell to you? 500 less? $500?
As of now, we don't know.
You talk to my kababayan, and he said to me, central bank is paying. I think he was the central buying from him 1.5. I said that's good. Yeah, less. But he buy gold.
Talaga.
He buy gold subasta. Yeah, from the pawn shop. Those people that cannot redeem the jewelry, he buy it and smelt it into bar. Yeah.
Yes, some of the refinery, even my client, that's the process, yan ang mga client ko na ang process na sinusunod namin as of now.
Buy a Dore bar from us. I'll tell you, I will give you a very good deal. Yeah. I'll give you a very good price, but as I'm saying to everyone, I am charging my travel cost. If you cannot afford, so don't buy. What's the point? Because if there would be an issue, there would be. You know, African mentality is very hard to deal with. If he can detect that you are bargainer, they will not pick up the phone. I'm telling you.
Exactly. Ganun din naman, even though some other of lahi dito sa may mundo natin, pag talagang nakita nila na hindi ka capable na buyer, talaga nagkakaroon ng sort of differences.
Kaya nga, what is the point? Kaya nga, I interview buyers online. I have to interview because I don't want you guys to travel empty-handed. You need, just like when you go to the battlefield, you go to the war, your gun has plenty of bullet, right? So when you trigger the gun, then you have so many bullets. In business, you need to be prepared that you have really fund available to pay bank to bank because of money laundering. Yeah.
Alam mo, Miss Ford, kung nandito, lang yan, kung we all naman kasi Africa, nandiyan manggagaling natin mga metals and precious stones Kung nandito lang yan sa Pilipinas, ako na magsasabi sa iyo, siguro nung deal natin dalawa, kasi nakita ko nung F.C.O and the process, the legitimacy of the deal. Matagal na sa atin ng 1 week. Ako na magsasabi sa'yo.
Merong gold dyan sa atin.
Matagal na sa atin. I'm worried lang talaga kasi dyan there's a lot of additional costs and yet, siyempre, hindi naman talaga natin kamay yung bansa na yan. Ako naman, humahawak ka lang talaga ako sa'yo dahil we all know na brilliant ka talagang tao. So, ayun nga, kung dito lang sa Pilipinas, matagal na ng 1 week natin.
Mayroong gold dyan sa Pilipinas, kaso lang, 40 years old and gold. I will find the person who found the gold. Hundreds of gold, tons of gold. I will give you the number to contact them. In the Philippines, it's Yamasita Gold. You were been disconnected again. I will find the address.
Miss Ford, sorry kasi alam mo naman sa may Pilipinas nung internet connection sa nawawala.
Okay, I will find the number of a person that have gold bullion. The gold bullion is 40 years old. Kaso lang kaliwaan.
Yes. At dito, ganoon naman talaga pagdating sa kanyang industry. Basta ma-check lang namin. And yet, maski na, kaya lang na, naka-live ka ba ngayon?
Yes, pero hindi ko lang binanggit ang pangalan kung sino. Naka-live.
Okay, kasi
hindi ko lang binanggit ang pangalan kung sino ang may-ari ng gold. Mayroon tons of gold there.
okay.
Hanapin ko yung telephone number. Nasa Maynila yung tao. Mag-uusap kayo. Bahala na kayo.
Nasa Manila ako ngayon.
Nasa Manila ka ba?
Siyempre, kada pa ng Bispo. Nasa Manila ako, Quezon City. Sa Quezon City ako
Okay.
Yes, so, pag nag-usap kami niyan, makita namin and we will verify it clean and legit. Baka hindi pa abutin ng 7 days yan.
Kaso lang ilalabas pa yan sa Maynila. Alam mo naman sa Maynila ay maraming mga tuso eh. Hahanapin ko yung telephone number. Ibibigay ko sa iyo. Mag-uusap kayo. Bahala na kayo mag-uusap.
Sige ma'am, pero hindi kita makakalimutan dyan. Kung sakaling
Bigyan mo lang ako ng pangkape.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo, pag nag-meet tayo sa may Africa,
Bigyan mo lang ako ng pang-ice cream, yun lang.
ice cream. Di ba, ang deal natin before, di ba? Tayo yung magbabayad ng bawat meal natin. Pero pag ako, hindi lang meal, pati nung ano mo ma'am, ice cream tsaka kape.
Okay, yun lang ano mo eh. I'm a coffee lover pa. Bigyan mo lang ako ng pangkape. At saka pang-asukal. At saka yung pang-asukal.
Talaga. Ma'am, maski nasa Australia ka, kaya katang padalhan ng kaping parako dyan.
Ganun ba?
Oo, di ba? Sako pa, pag maganda.
Katawagan, ibigay ko yung, nasa Facebook siya eh.
Talaga.
Kakausapin ko kung nandyan pa ba yung gold niya. Pero nasa Koi ba?
Yes, basta mahahawakan niya and then ma-meet up sa isang lugar na safe naman. Kadalasan kasi sa ganyan ma'am, sa hotel yan eh. So, may verify natin sa hotel, may tester kami. Pag nagustuhan, maganda ng date ng presyo.
Bahala na kayo kasi hindi ko naman yung ano yan eh. I give up kasi mahirap ang Pilipinas. I prefer to handle African kasi lisensyado sila sa Africa. They have a mining license, they have export license, and they are really on operation. So it's easy for me to handle export. But in the Philippines, ayaw ko.
Talaga lang. Pero ma'am, kung sakali na talagang merong batidong contact, syempre hindi ka rin talaga kita makakalimutan.
Basta may pangkape lang ako, okay lang yun sa akin.
So, hanapin mo na yan ang number.
Hanapin ko yung number ng contact ko. Kasi lumapit siya sa akin eh. Tapos hinahandle ko siya. Alam mo naman, busy ako. Ang dami kasi lumalapit sa akin ng mga seller. I cannot cope up. I cannot.
I see. Kung meron ko na Miss Ford na di ba may mga buyer ka dyan na bumili na rin sa may seller mo na kaya magpadala dito lang maski nandito lang sila sa meron silang representative mo magpadala dito ng sort of how many kilos and check natin dito and then pag-proof yan na totoo cash ka agad yan.
No, they don't want to do that. They want cash kasi gold is money for them. Yan ang problema.
Yeah, so
they wouldn't let their gold leave the country of origin without any payment. Kasi nadinggoy na sila eh. Nadinggoy yung buyer ko ng 23 million in the hand of buyer. Tsaka nadinggoy yung Mali sa Istanbul as well. Kaya ano sila eh, mayroon silang stigma. And also the buyer was also cheated. So both buyers and sellers. Yeah, because of the export paperworks. It's really very complicated. Very.
Exactly. Yun din ang iniisip ko talaga eh. Nasa plan naman talaga namin na talagang ako mismo pumunta dyan sa lugar na yan. So, meron na mga...
If you fly with me in Africa, I will buy you dinner.
May hilig ako sa may kape rin eh.
Ay, mayroong Pilipino na chef sa Conakry, Guinea. Avenue Restaurant. The owner of Avenue Restaurant is Lebanese. There were 2 or 3 Filipinos. And every time I walk into the restaurant, the owner always welcome me. Naka-short lang ako, pero yung chinilas ko, maganda naman ang chinilas ko. Sabi ko, pre, gusto ko yung kinilaw na yung lagyan mo ng kamatis sa katanglad. Sabi niya, Bisaya day ka na? Siya,
Bisaya nga. Kilang Bisaya ako to.
Look, lagyan mo ng ginger, tsaka yung tanglad, tsaka kamatis, i-squeeze mo. Ay, ang sarap. Ang sarap. Every lunch...
Conakry, Guinea,
Ha?
Maganda nung Conakry, Guinea.
Maganda ang Conakry. Pero maraming Pilipino doon. Magtataka ako, Filipinos are everywhere. Ghana, Mali, Sierra Leone, Conakry. So many Filipinos. Yeah.
Diyan naman kasing kumikita ang Pilipinas eh. Sa mga tao na yan.
Mga exporter sila eh. At saka maraming chef sa Sierra Leone, 5 stars restaurant hotel. there were 2 Filipinos. Very, very good.
Talaga.
Yeah. They approached me, uy, ma'am. Naku, wag mo akong tawagin, ma'am. Tawagin mo lang akong Mrs. Ford. Hindi ako sanay Sa Australia kasi walang ma'am and sir My name.
Totoo. Name talaga yan sila dyan.
I remember my boss when I was working in Electrolux European. My supervisor, he doesn't want to be called sir. And he wanted us to call his name. You know what he said? You call my name, you respect my name. But you call me sir, but you don't respect me. Which is correct. Yeah.
Exactly. Tama.
So here in Australia, we don't say mom, no. Just call name and Mrs. Ford. As simple as that. Wala na. All of my culture, I live it in my country. I left Philippines many years ago. After graduation, I left Philippines in 2080. 1980? Yeah, 1980.
1980, wala ka na sa Pilipinas?
Wala na. In and out. Kasi contract worker din ako nung araw
I see.
I was a singer before. Don't you know that?
No, not yet, Miss Ford.
Yes, I was. I was a singer before, yeah. Yeah.
I see.
I traveled many places, yeah. Yes, I was. Yeah. I have a golden voice. I have so many skills. That's why no one can step on my shoes because I know. I know. I always say that I'm lucky that my parents sent me to school. I know how to read ABC. Yeah.
Kaya para sanay ka talaga sa marap sa mga
Oo,
tao na
sanay ako.
crowded.
Tsaka hindi ako pwede mabula Hindi mo ako pwede maloko.
Totoo. Kasi sa approach mo pa lang sa mga video mo, yung mga paligol na broker, unang-una yan, alam naman natin sa social media, marami dyan na hindi nagpapakita ng itsura.
Takot sila, takot. Takot. Hindi nga marunong mag-introduce who are you? Introduce yourself. How did you find Wilhelmina? Takot sila. I don't know why they're scared. I told them, maybe you don't have bulls.
Yes, may tatago lang naman yan. Kasi even me, I'm a marketing man and nasa consultancy ako. Pag may mga kliyente ako na interview ko na Miss Ford na alam ko may tinatago, person po, mas talagang hindi nagkakaayon ng aming yung
Of course.
approach.
So anyway, we'll catch up with you sometimes. I would be live again around 8 o'clock in the evening. The time here is it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Australian Standard Time. Yeah.
Okay. So nasa YouTube na to?
Yes, soon. Will be on YouTube, yes.
I-edit mo pa yan, Miss Ford?
No, walang edit
Impronto lang.
Impronto. Walang script.
Mga Bisaya na.
Oh, walang. That is the reason why when you talk to me in Tagalog, I respond to you in English so that people can understand as well what they are talking about. We're talking about gold. We're talking about diamond, on how you are able to pay. Very simple. Just convince us that you have fun. That's all.
Yes.
So they're gonna be surprised. What are you? The gentleman is talking Tagalog and Wilhelmina is answering in English. I have to. Yeah. I have to.
Yes, but ang bottom line lang naman dito, Miss Ford, we're trying to explain from your viewers is kung ano ang tama at mali, kung ano ang proseso na dapat sundin.
Oh yeah.
At sino ang dapat kausapin, at anong dapat ang gawin.
I always tell everyone, we are here to do business. Don't run away. Wilhelmina is here.
Saan ka pa makakita na kausap mo nandyan ang itsura, nandyan ang address, nandyan ang seller, at nandyan ang material, which is the gold and diamonds.
That's correct.
Diba?
That's right.
Nilalatag mo na nga ng cards sa kanila lahat. And besides, meron ka na nga parang podcast and the webinar.
Takot sila I don't know why they're scared. So I think I analyze when I interview a lot, most of them are hustler. Most of the buyers are hustler. That is why they were being cheated, because an hustler, and they think that they can outsmart this African. African is more smarter than hustler. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
I
Ako rin,
know
ako
it.
naniniwala naman sa ganyang pag-uugali ng African.
I know it. So when I'm in Conakry, I will invite everyone. I'm here in the office. I would have a live every day. When I'm in Bamako, Mali as well, I would be live every day because I want the buyer to tell, hey, African is not a scammer, not all African. Okay, may I tell you why African cheated buyers? This African is also hungry to sell. They will offer you cheap price. This is not the price. They will offer you 35. They will offer you 40. That is only 12 carats or 14 carats. But when you arrive on that particular country, yes, there would be a surprise. Why? That particular seller, he would not tell you how much is the tax. He would not tell you how much the cost for ASE at the local refinery, $100. And the seller, that seller who offer you cheap price, he would not tell you how much is the shipping cost and insurance. But to me, I explain it everything. So what else you need? Yeah.
Yes. Saan pa sila makakahanap niyan, Miss Ford?
They couldn't find a woman like me that I'm really, I give it everything online, so the buyer is the winner. Yeah.
You know, Miss Ford, here in the Philippines, ako na mismo magsasabi sa'yo, walang ganyan dito.
Ganun ba?
Walang ganyan dito. Yes, kanya-kanyang ano dito, study. Kumbaga, kanya-kanya, alamin mo lahat. Even though sa page or sa website ng government in mining MGB, mining geoscience, walang ganyang proseso.
Really?
I'm going to tell you.
Well, when I was working in real estate, right? I have a real estate salesperson. The company I work with, I was not been trained. I was lucky that whole construction, a developer in Jimbumba, they train us, okay, by hands-on. I was just lucky, and my manager, he's a Scottish guy, and he trained me, and he took me to all properties on how to market it. Oh, it's very easy. Yeah, it's very easy. You know the product knowledge? There's the buyer, sell it. Very easy. And even on funeral arrangement, it's easy. You know, when I sell funeral arrangement, the old lady say, well, Amina, what are you selling? Well, that's a very good question. I'm selling everlasting piece of real estate. Yeah. What do you mean? Well, the real estate everlasting that you will never come back. So the lady said, what do you mean I'll never come back? Forever, you will never come back. You're going to be in heaven. So you are buying an everlasting piece of real estate. Yeah. So I have to elaborate what is everlasting. Death. You die, you're going to be buried, so you have to buy a plot. Simple as that. That's why I was top salesperson, quota buster. Yeah, for 6 months.
I see. In terms of gold industry kasi, Miss Ford, napansin ko lang, ang laging nagmamandate kasi sa policy and the ruling from this industry, lagi yan, ang napapansin ko is the broker. Kaya lalong gumulo kasi pag ang broker nag-mandate ng rulings and policy, syempre maraming add-ons siya, maraming tinatago yan.
Yeah, kinokontrol niya ang buyer. Kinokontrol niya ang buyer.
Kinokontrol.
To me, you will not control the buyer. You have to follow the policy. You have to follow it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ruling and policy. Kaya nga, nung nakita ko nga nung sa'yo, the ruling and the policy na pinost mo dyan, that's the standard form. Saan
It
ka
is.
makakahanap niyan?
It is. And most of the joker broker, they come to my page, they're collecting information, they're copying. It's okay. You can copy it. There's no problem. At least you learn from my University of Hard Knocks. Yeah. Yeah. So now you learn from Mrs. Ford, eh? You have been cut off again. Okay, Vic, you learn from Mrs. Ford.
Okay, Miss Ford.
You learn from University of Hard Knocks. A lot. So now I'm going to send you my invoice.
I highly appreciated of that.
I will send you my
Sige,
invoice.
Miss Ford. Okay.
Alright?
Saka tayo, Miss Ford. And then, nung sinabi mo sa akin number na dito contact mo sa Pilipinas,
Hahanapin ko muna.
you try it.
Yeah. Hanapin ko.
Hanapin mo ulit muna. Okay.
Alright. Thank you very much for our live conversation. I hope everybody learn, and out of our conversation, this is for everyone. Really, to be honest with you.
Okay, Miss Ford.
Alright, thank you very much. Have a pleasant good afternoon. Thank you. Bye.